stellar performances supported by the rest of their team, while Ravane picks up a very clean pentakill at the end of the game to finish it out. I still think, though, that Northern Storm have a few tricks up their sleeves to make Game 2 even more interesting than the first. We are going to go back into this match as soon as the players are ready. While I have the mic, I want to encourage you to please hit that follow button, give us your Twitch Prime sub, and make sure you head over to our Discord. Every week we have tons of great events, and we would love to have you a part of them. From casual play, open at any time, to free coaching, GMA Gaming would love to have you be a part of our very fun and growing community. Last but not least, we are working with a charity during the entirety of the GMA Gaming Community Cup, and that is Team Feed America. Team Feed America is working to address a lot of the food shortages that are stemming from the pandemic. So any additional money you have can help feed over the 42 million Americans experiencing food shortcomings. During just the qualifiers for our tournament, we've given out 4,000 meals, and we would love to do more. With your help, we can. Make sure you click the link in the doodly-doo down below where it says donate to do your part. Well, guys, we are going to go into this game, too. What changes can we expect coming out of Northern Storm, Peach, to turn that loss into a victory?
I think we'll see some, and I say this with as much love and adoration as I hold in my big heart. I think we'll see some weird stuff bought this game, right? We know Token is like, big brain, likes to play some like weird... what is the correct term I'm looking for? Just weird. Yeah, it's weird. That's what I'm looking for.
Picks, yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
Yeah.
Something that like I think that White Wolf isn't going to be expecting. I know Token plays a lot of like Bard and a lot of like Blitzcrank and stuff. I wonder if we'll see him on something like a little bit more like roamy to try to get some more traction in the other lanes. That's what I think. What do you think, Jeff?
Yeah, I mean, that's a really good pull because last split when Token was playing AD carry, I believe alongside you, right, Peach? You and Token lane together.
I did. I love
and
Token.
and I remember even when Token was playing AD carry, especially on Tristana, you guys were roaming up mid from bot lane so much more often than I think even I can see the minimap, I can see the map, I see everything everyone is doing. And it even surprised me when you guys would suddenly show up mid lane. So Token is definitely the kind of player that is very happy, very willing to roam. And so I think that's a good call from you to potentially expect more of that. My question to both of you, and Sig, if you don't mind weighing in first, is was that Fiora ban-worthy?
No. And I'll tell you why. If you paid attention during GCF, you saw an Urgot ban come out in Game 1 as well. He excels in applying pressure during the laning phase, and there's more than enough champions available where a Fiora ban isn't going to solve that. I feel like it was potentially a comp choice, and maybe making the Gnar, though it provided a great first blood, or a kill early in the game, I should say. I would like to see Pointy on something a little bit more 1v9 himself. Show us, we know how good of a player you are, Pointy, so just exemplify that through your champion selection. And though Gnar has the opportunity to show a lot of skill expression, it's not a very carry-worthy champion, in my opinion, compared to Fiora. So no, I don't feel you ban it, you leave it open, you make them make decisions about it, and you just have a better champion in mind for it. Because if you shut down the Fiora, that entire game goes differently.
I also was thinking, I was like, what do I say when they ask me? And I had the same thoughts. I'd like to see Pointy on something like way more like in your face. This game's on my back. Not saying like Mix or Hickey or Fan can't carry, but I think that's kind of like Pointy's thing,
Sounds good. So we're going into champ select here. So we it seems like everyone was unanimous that Fiora is not a necessary ban. We see the Aurelia coming out right away again.
Think we'll see any changed bans?
I mean, I feel like if you're Northern Storm, you got to change something, right? Because you can't just run it back after for not to be too harsh, but after kind of getting beat up in that last game, you can't expect the same formula to work again.
Who's the Rumble ban at? Is it at Pointy or is it at Midfight? Do we know?
I think it's an idle ban. I think he played it when it was so popular back during the mid-season. But I don't know that it's really effective right now. I think there are other junglers that can do better. I do like the Trundle ban. Idle showed incredible potential on the champion, so why not play that to your advantage? I do like the Amumu pick coming out. Take Mix out of his element. I think he has more than enough champions available, but that Amumu very impactful last game.
Yeah, I would agree. Any surprises for you, Peach?
Yes, the Morgana. Like I want to see Token like do something crazy. He's crazy and weird, and like we love that about him, right? Like that's what makes Token Token.
Now, is there a chance that this Morgana could get flex mid? We're just gonna ignore what Mixlink is doing right now. Is there a chance that Morgana could get flex mid?
Yeah, that's the whole point of Morgana Blind, in my opinion. It's the opportunity for the three-way flex right now.
Three-way. Oh, I guess she jungles now. Yeah.
Yeah, I love blind pick Morgana. It just makes you have to stay on your toes, and it answers so many things effectively across multiple lanes.
And right off the bat, we see Northern Storm's so safe with the Sivir and Morgana. This double spell shield.
Yeah, I understand it. Given your first two picks, it's got a lot of wave clear, a lot of safety in that bot lane. Sivir Morgana is if this Morgana ends up going bot lane, it is absolutely terrible to lane against Sivir Morgana, and even worse to try to deal in the late game. At least in my opinion, I remember. Justin, actually, it was you. Sig, excuse me. You and Ace played it against me and Ashaway once, and it was the worst game I've ever played. So
I'm excited now to see it if it is bot. I don't know if I've ever had the misfortune of laning against Morgana Sivir.
I may have overhyped it in lane, but it was just impossible to ever touch Sivir in team fights.
Yeah. I think that probably means that is Morgana support again, huh? With Galio.
That's what I would expect. Especially with the Galio now, probably going mid lane.
I don't know, man. I don't know. As crazy as it sounds, Morgana, I think, actually duels the Amumu incredibly well. And you get the benefit of a very quick clear, and Amumu suffers from a slow clear early game. That's why he takes so long to come online. I still think there's jungle potential there, and I really hope we could see it.
I hope so.
Band coming out. Sorry, go ahead, Peach.
Oh, I hope so, because like I said, for the fourth time, I want to see Token on something like weird. Like I want to see him on like a Token character, and I think he's very talented and great at Morgana, but I just don't think that's like him. You
want the playmaking.
Yeah, like he's so big brain and like shot collie that like I don't know. I just feel like Morgana's not his thing, but.
If I remember correctly, actually, I think Token might have been one of the first people I saw play jungle Morgana. So it's obviously in his wheelhouse, if he does decide to go with it. And I mean, I guess it might be Galio support.
I don't know who's going where. Justin,
Hickey is a very strong Galio player. When we played him in support with Blitzkrieg split before last, he excelled on picks like Galio compared to the rest of his pool. So I like the Galio pick. And it is mid.
Well, I give Northern Storm a lot of credit because they are keeping us all guessing on what the heck is going where. Other than Sivir, I don't think we really know.
Oh, see, okay, maybe I was right.
The clear is so quick, and it also answers a lot with Vel'Koz, if you're gonna be looking for those solid to shut down a Vel'Koz, what's better than landing a binding and then getting a follow up from the Galio? I think it's a pretty solid answer to Vel'Koz excelling early game, and Amumu just doesn't clear fast enough to keep up with Morgana. Even nerfing her damage, what they did was they nerfed her damage to neutral objectives. She still clears perfectly fine. I think the real issue that I think we're all going to need a tissue for is the Lulu Draven bot lane. That's absolutely
man.
terrifying. Even with the Blitzcrank who can punish Draven so handedly with Draven's telegraphed movements. I mean, one kill with some adoration stacks, and just right, clock out. You're good. Head home. Your job's done.
And you wonder if even if you get that hook, if Token gets that hook onto Ravane, can you even burst the Draven down through Lulu?
Not with Sivir. And even if with that bot lane, the thing that I like so much about the Northern Storm comp is that Lucian. That's a Huni Lucian. That's a Lucian top lane into the Scion. They're wanting Pointy to carry. I issued that challenge when we were talking about changes in the game too, and this is him rising to the occasion. With that Lucian top lane, just like with Lucian mid, you're looking for someone that can pressure. Might as well be treated like an assassin. And I feel like into a Scion pick, I don't think he can. Scion is an enlightened pick into Lucian. If Lucian uses the dash to get the kill, Scion can get a return kill and has more than enough in his kit to prolong those fights. I like the Lucian though because it answers everybody else on the team very effectively. Amumu has a very hard time ganking the Lucian. All you have to do is dodge one skill shot and you're safe. And then it just bursts down a Vel'Koz so handedly. There's a lot of threat potential on Northern Storm, but if Draven gets ahead, it's all irrelevant. You don't have really anything in your toolbox to deal with him.
And Peach, we see Wishbone on this Vel'Koz again, which she was very, very successful on in game 1. Are you surprised in any way that that was allowed through into her hands again?
No. I am surprised to see the Galio into it. I just imagine that like Galio's not gonna have a really. I mean, it was already a hard matchup for Hickey last time on someone who is like also an artillery mage, right? And now you have like a mobile, but he's like melee, big melee guy. So now I mean I don't know. It seems like pretty easy skill shots to hit, and I mean she was already like really busting it up last game. Justin, I loved your points. I feel like I disagree. I think that if Blitzcrank pulls Draven or Lulu, if I'm Lulu, I take Guardian and Exhaust, right? And I just Whimsy Sivir, and then what? You know what I mean? Then it just kind of turns into like a regular auto attack battle, kind of, because both supports use their CC, but Lulu has a shield now. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. I think that Draven wins the fight. I don't think that there's a world where Sivir can kill that Draven off a successful pull.
Do you think it's probably like lethality Sivir, right?
Yeah, most certainly. Now, that being said, I could see them playing for the late game scaling Sivir with that team fight, because that's something that the other team wants to do. They want a team fight when you have an Amumu. So valid choice. Who got first blood last game?
Wishbone.
That's a good question. Yeah, Wishbone got a solo kill in the mid lane, I believe.
Got you. Thank you.
Period.
Thank you.
But yeah, to go back to one of the things you were talking about, Sig. Yeah, that Lucian pick up in the top lane, I'm excited to see because, I was talking about Pointy. I know that guy can play a lot of different positions, play them all well, but I think he's at his peak playing marksman, playing 80 carries, and so I think this is a good choice to put him on a champion like that.
So to note, Vayne did not get banned and Ravane did not pick it.
That's also interesting because Vayne does pretty well into Sivir, I believe.
Especially with a Lulu.
Yeah. So. Oh, that's a. There's still no Vel'Koz skin. So I'm probably gonna have to go Northern Storm again.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't pizza delivery Sivir and Birdio? Aren't they from the same thing? April Fool's event thing?
Maybe they kind of synergize just in appearance there too in their splash
Mhm.
arts.
So I begrudgingly give it to them, but I wasn't happy about it.
Yeah, just it's an uphill battle when you don't. At least all 5 players have even a skin.
Right. You think we'll see any crazy level 1 stuff?
Oh, I hope so, but I mean, I imagine that White Wolf is gonna go out and just set up, 5-point defense across the river because when you got Morgana and Blitzcrank on the other team, you are fully expecting shenanigans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Where is Token gonna go level 1 is the big question.
Yeah, actually, you have both teams sending all 5 members bot side, so there won't be a 5 points defense. I don't know if that's actually a term, by the way. I literally just started saying that. Oh, they might find him. They did see him go in. They know they're in that brush. They know they're in the brush.
There's no way.
Token flash hook. Token flash hook. Do it. You'd catch Wishbone. Wishbone is the closest one. Flash hook. Come on.
Oh, he's getting in position? Does this reach?
A lot of pings. Oh, catch Wishbone as they go in. Ah, come on. Okay, so
They're gonna go behind him?
yeah, so Northern Storm knows where White Wolf is. White Wolf does not know where Northern Storm is. Oh, coming right around. Oh my goodness. Oh no, that's not the one you really want though. Zammy gets pulled in, gets taunted, 2-ban taunt, but CB Hickey is going really low. They do get the first blood, but Scion can now come back and continue to fight. WD Fan gets a second kill onto the Amumu, but actually now it's all turned around. Ravane has a quick kill onto Pointy Ball. Excuse me, just Pointy. I don't know how many times I'm gonna mess that up, guys. It's gonna be a lot. Mixlink also drops and it ends up being 3 for 2 in the favor of Northern Storm. White Wolf. Teleport coming back though. CB Hickey comes in with another taunt. Ravane is really low. Ravane will drop. Big stun coming out from Zamifun. Gets pulled away from the carries. WB Fan now just trying to kite away, Pointy over the wall on the ramparts trying to do what he can. Hook will be available in a little while and Zammy has to flash. So we get a 3 for 3. So many level 1 shenanigans. Princess Beach.
There's so much that. Oh my god! Wait, it's not over yet.
Yeah, now we have a 2v2 in the mid lane. Pointy just backing him up. Wishbone taken really, really low, which is going to give CB Hickey a really, really nice early laning phase here because there is no teleport for Wishbone, so no easy reset for this Vel'Koz.
I mean, Wishbone got 2 kills, but Pointy also got 2 kills. That was kind of like. I mean, I've only played one other split besides this one, but that was like the most interesting level 1 I think I've been a part of.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Yeah, in the last couple of years, there has especially given me being sort of a whiny, get off my lawn type person. I've been lamenting the lack of exciting level 1s, and that was great to see. But I think you're right that at least since I remember you being here, that was the craziest level 1 I've seen. Hook lands onto a Maya-chan down in the bot lane. WD Fan lands both sides of the Boomerang Blade really nicely. Maya-chan is able to get away. Still level 1, but able close enough to the turret that it couldn't really be followed up on.
I mean, I know it was part of the level 1 stuff, but I'm confused to see why Lulu started Whimsy. And also, like, Whimsying Blitzcrank after he already pulls you, like, he's, like, already CC'd, you know what I mean? Like, he, like, has nothing after that. But...
So, would you have gone Shield?
Level 1?
Yeah.
You know, I'm unsure.
I'm not familiar with Lulu too much. I played top lane Lulu for a little while, but never in the support role.
Can't believe you outed yourself like that on stream to everyone.
Oh, you know, I have no shame.
I feel like I would have taken Q because you have, on paper, an AoE slow, right?
Sure.
But maybe the big brain tech is to... Oh my god.
I find into the pole, and Amaya-chan won't be able to survive this one. There's a lot of CC stacked on top of each other.
This game's kind of hype already. Way more interesting than the last game, just right off the bat. In the beginning parts, at least. I mean, we're seeing, you know, tower dives at level
Oh.
3 to 4. What?
Nice job from Wishbone. Flashes in actually, but the ignite is not going to be enough. Oh, CB Hickey just barely misses the Winds of War. I think that might have actually been a kill. And getting a kill when Wishbone just invested both summoners would have been so huge.
Right. I mean, she has no mana. That was pretty. Yeah.
Pretty bold, yeah.
Yeah. We're seeing
I
a new
agree.
kind of Wishbone. This is Wishbone reinvented.
Oh, Token. Sorry, I thought Token was about to go for a big play.
And that's what happens when you're a support player, by the way. You end up turning mid and you're flashing at people and you're getting first blood because we're crazy.
Nice dash from Pointy up in the top lane to avoid the stun from Zammy. Really dominating the health bars at least, but Zammy doing a really good job actually being up in CS. Once again, the wave is in Pointy's favor, so that gap should close, at least relatively.
Lucian top seems like a way less fun Vayne top to play against.
Sure.
What is more not fun to play against, Lucian or Vayne?
As a Scion, I would imagine probably Vayne just for the true damage element, but
Okay.
I'll probably let chat weigh in on this, or Sig, because I am not that experienced in either matchup. When he dashing in, he is at a level disadvantage, but still able to bully Zammy away. He does get caught by the stun, but Zammy still just has to respect the damage and the range advantage.
Prowler said nah, Lucian.
Hmm?
Prowler said nah, Lucian.
That's fair. I trust Prowler.
Same. I would think Vayne.
Mixlink
the
up in the
dash.
top side does disable that ward, but Zamifun knows absolutely that that the Morgana is around. Now walking back up though, knows the Dark Binding is on cooldown, but the red buff slow applied. Yeah, that's just Zammy just, I don't know, you knew the Morgana was there and just walked right back up, got caught, easily killed, and Pointy has such a great freeze on this wave right now, which I assume is probably part of the reason that Zammy felt like he needed to walk back up. But
Ooh.
this lane is rough and gonna get rougher for the Scion.
Yeah, and again, Mixlink, a totally different player than last split, in my head. And
So-
Mixlink, no flame or anything. I really struggled watching your pathing, when I would review VODs and stuff. But he's cracked. You know what I mean? The snare through the tower at level 2, and just his taking it. I don't know. He just is he's busted it up.
He's at it again now in the bot lane. Mixlink and Token looking. They burn the flash on Ravane right away. Amaya-chan is caught in the alcove. Lulu all alone. Idolites is here. There's the flash. And actually, oh my gosh, that bandage toss went a mile. Good Dark Binding by Mixlink to staunch the re-engage. And everyone will just sort of handshake. But that's both flashes burned by Ravane and Amaya-chan in a lane against Blitzcrank with a Morgana in the jungle. That's scary, not
Yeah.
having any flashes.
To be honest, I really thought Amaya was dead there, so great job getting out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I was writing that little Lulu off as well. And I'm sorry, if you'd like to finish your point earlier, you were talking about Mixlink.
No, I'm glad to see him. Just from these two games, you can tell he's been he looks like more in his in his vibe, in his element. I don't know, maybe it's the effect of playing with Token, but and that whole team, I'm sure all of them are part of it, but I don't know where I'm going with this.
That's fine. So up in the top lane, Pointy it's so funny to see, Pointy at half health, but still really bullying Zammy. And I'm wondering if you're Zammy, the next time Pointy dashes at you aggressively, do you just turn around and
Okay.
ult him?
I think so too.
Because you're at least gonna burn his flash if you do that.
Wait,
There's Culling though, just trying to poke Zammy down. And Pointy is out of mana though, so Zammy can feel pretty good about this. Yeah, there's the flash. Now do you just ult down the river? Looks like he doesn't even have to. So nice job from Zammy understanding the parameters, the limits of that fight. He's stalking Pointy now, looking for him. He doesn't know exactly where he is, and Pointy will just barely get away. Chose the right bush to recall in.
yeah. Do you think if he just turns an ult, do you think he just wins that 1v1 against Lucian? I feel like he does.
I mean, Pointy would have flashed. Actually, now Pointy dashing back in and forces Zammy's flash. So neither top laner will have flash now. But yeah, I feel like you at least burn flash for free if you turn and do that. But then unfortunately Zammy, I think, stuck around a little bit too long and ended up having his own flash burned.
Definitely. But even if you die in the 1v1, maybe you get it with your passive?
Sure.
Oh!
And also, I mean, in the mid lane, yeah, CB Hickey just gonna get burned down by that disintegration rate. True to its name. Wishbone burns both summoners again, but it's worth it that time. And Idolites with successful gank, and they will head down to this first Drake at about 10 minutes.
Poor Galio just dashed right into a Moomoo's, bandaged arms.
And Token's hanging around, but yeah, not really much steal potential there. Mixling trying to get the Herald in response up on the top side. It's going down pretty slow, but it looks like there won't be any substantial answer coming out from Northern Storm. Pointy will come down to offer a little assistance.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's the play, right? I mean, if you're on Northern Storm, I mean, it's definitely
Yeah, of course. Yeah, now they catch on to Wishbone, who we know has no summoners. Dark Binding misses, but I believe this Vel'Koz will drop anyways. The stopwatch is not going to save you this time. Wishbone does go down, and it's a shutdown, actually. Yeah, it's funny, all the way since level 1, you kind of forget that Wishbone had those 2 kills. Pointy, meanwhile, still just bullying up top, but Zammy starting to get some damage back. Pretty even health bars, and there's the ult, catches on to Pointy, trying to dash away, but oh, nice play from Zammy. Just knew the limits, knew that there wasn't going to be enough damage coming back from the illusion after all those cooldowns were used. Picks up the solo kill.
And see, we're seeing a lot of, like I said in Champ Select, we're seeing a lot of Token kind of running around, doing robot things, right? I mean, he's been part of 4 of the 6 kills. Token usually runs Unsealed Spellbook on Blitzcrank, which he's not this game.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, he's being a little bit weird, but not as weird as normal. So, but I'm glad to see it's working out for them.
Zammy gets a plate up in the top side as well. Idolites looking towards the bot side right now. I don't believe he's been detected to this point, so should be no inkling from Northern Storm unless it's just general gamer instinct, which, I'm sure they have to some extent. Token about to put down a ward though, so now they know. The gig is up. Mixlink trying to help Pointy up in the top side. They do have that Rift Herald to expend, and there's no teleport from Zamifun. See. Now, correct me if I'm wrong, Peach. Don't you think they should have waited another second to pop that Rift Herald? To get, some deeper plates?
Are deeper plates worth more money?
No, but it's just harder to kill plates, as you get them. But the Rift Herald just gets 2 plates pretty much automatically.
Plates are about to go down in a minute, so it's tough to say.
Okay. Yeah, I harp on that probably too much. So it's nice to have your insight. Yeah. Idolites looking down bottom, got the big Curse of the Sad Mummy onto Token. Token will drop, but they might be able to trade back the Mumu. Nice flash from Idolites to get himself out. So it is just a 1 for 0.
One thing to note too, I feel like Mixlink would be really extra busting it up. He's had a lot of map pressure, but I feel like on Morgana jungle you should definitely be maxing your soil, right, instead of your snare.
Sure.
I don't play a lot of jungle, so I'm unsure. But in my head, that's what I think you would do.
No, I hear where you're coming from. Up in the top lane, it's interesting. Zammy and Pointy just had another trade, and I feel like Pointy sort of panic cullinged, as Wishbone actually is getting caught in the mid lane, just gonna squid around, but that squid is not very mobile, just gonna get taken down eventually. But yeah, it was interesting with Zammy and Pointy. Pointy dashed out from under the knockup from Scion, but then just cullinged, and I think it was just afraid of the potential follow-up. Amaya-chan, speaking of, is going to get caught out Mixlink with a nice kill across the river. And Pointy, yeah, once again, Pointy all the way down to about 30% health. He just got back to lane. This is really not turning out well for the Lucian in this matchup.
I was gonna say, yeah, Cyan starts. He's like kind of online now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, has the Sunfire Aegis completed.
And look at the CS too. I mean, 102 to 106. You feel like maybe the discrepancy would be like a little bit bigger, like
Absolutely.
in Lucian's favor. So, props to Zami for keeping up.
Yeah, it's especially impressive when you consider that Pointy got 2 kills off of that level 1 shenanigans as well. So Zami has been playing this from behind, not just from behind, but from a considerable deficit.
Mm-hmm. Just goes to I feel like Zami is like really underrated in the group. He's really
Yeah, I mean, well, a newcomer, you know, this split.
Definitely.
So absolutely looking to prove themselves and doing a pretty good job so far with that Fiora game. Here comes Token, looking for a gank, but I'm not sure if they even want this. There's another culling, but yeah, Zami's just shrugging it off. He's looking at both of them saying, I don't know what you think is going to happen. There's the ult, and oh no, Pointy failed the flash, goes right into it, and now Token just has to run away out of mana, and Zami just trying to run him down. I don't know if he has enough to get a kill here, but yeah, he will send Token back to the base with a message.
In my opinion, a poor time to send 2 top when Dragon's up. And a really great job by White Wolf, like recognizing the player deficit, and rotating to that objective. And I mean, they like came out crazy ahead of that.
Yeah,
play.
great point.
Down in a kill, but I mean, gold is like really even.
Teleport coming from Pointy, so he really wants to try to clean this up. Zami doesn't have any minions, so the tower's going to start hitting him, and he will go down, oh, he does get it with the zombie form. So, I don't know, maybe that's worth it. First turret in exchange for a kill. That's, if you're, you know, the Scion against the Lucian, you probably feel okay about that. Another binding onto Wishbone, just getting camped in the mid lane and goes down again.
Yeah, and what a gross amount of CC that Galio and Morgana have.
Gross amount of CC, I like that.
They just pop on screen and you are never able to move until you're dead, basically.
Yeah. And Pointy might be able to answer that turret right away here. Zami's going to have teleport available, but yeah, it's too late to channel it. It would just get canceled by the turret dying at this point. So Pointy does answer the turret kill. If you're Scion, you're probably feeling okay about how that lane phase went in general. But at least Pointy gets something back.
I feel
in
like
the
I'd be
last minute.
ecstatic if I'm
Sure.
Scion and I had a lane against Lucian.
Sure, absolutely.
I'm happy with that. He went Merc Treads. He didn't even go plated steel caps.
Oh wow, that's a flex.
Lucian who?
Against double marksman when didn't go plated.
I mean, but also Morgana Galio. So.
Yeah, I get it, you know.
the poison
You
at that
figure maybe the only way I die is if I can't move for 7 seconds.
Yeah.
Pointy could be in trouble here. He has no flash, and Zami does have the Unstoppable Onslaught available, and Pointy is just going to get destroyed here. And now CB Hickey has joined the party, and the party has the cops arriving. Down goes the Galio as well. Terrible time to join, unfortunately, and it's 2 quick kills over to White Wolf.
And bless Hickey's heart for, you know, what a team player. For that ult. He really tried it. But I think at that point, maybe you just kind of cut your losses and just let Pointy go peacefully. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's tricky with Galio ult because, you know, you have to use it about 3 seconds before you arrive. So it's like, oh, this looks okay. Oh, no, this is not okay. This is not okay. Wish I could cancel it. Meanwhile, in the bot lane, there's been so much action up on the top side of the map. We've been talking about this Lucian Scion for so long, but I feel like both marksmen are just having like wonderful times. They both have very, very solid CS numbers. They both have 2 kills, and as far as I know, Draven hasn't gotten a big cash in yet, although maybe I have just jinked WB fan. No, he's okay.
I mean, Token hasn't been bought in like ever. I'm surprised to see Amaya still bought, especially because they're really not getting anything. Right? They're not able to kill Sivir. Like they haven't gotten the turret yet. You know what I mean? Like there's like Amaya should really be trying to match Blitz.
And the turret is full health too.
Yeah. Well, how can Sivir clears in 1 ability.
They jump in, they're looking for Fan, and Mixlink is there. Oh, that's a nice binding. Forces, actually, Wishbone goes down in the mid lane again. This is solo. WG Fan does flash in. Can Rebane get the cash in? It's so close,
Oh
but
my
does go
God.
down. But he got the kill. He got the kill first, so he will get that passive gold. That's a big deal that they couldn't kill Ravane before that cash-in happened.
It doesn't say how much the cash out was it.
I didn't see it. I didn't catch it.
Okay.
My bad. But
Okay, mine
Rift
too, I
Herald
guess.
summoned up in the bot lane. Won't quite kill the turret. Wonder if it was about to expire. Pointy now in the mid lane, but right until that point, it seemed like both bot laners were sort of just having a nice practice game.
Mm-hmm.
Co-op versus AI type thing,
Yeah.
where you just get to practice your CS.
Oh, idle. Okay, he got out. That was
Token is
scary.
pretty low right now. He could be a pretty free kill if anybody were to catch onto that entire clump of 3 people. But looks like he will recall now. Mixlink's still hanging around.
Idle's also been sitting on that ult for a long time. We see Morgana kind of everywhere. I really like. I mean, that's why you have a Mumu, right? That's why you pick a Mumu, right? You're forcing those like big engages with that ult. We haven't really seen that yet from that.
Yeah,
team.
that's a good point. That's a good observation. Yeah, I think I've only seen the one Curse of the Sad Mummy, but now they jump into a Hickey, and I'm a little surprised. Oh, actually, Ravane, the last axe, follows him for so long, and they get that kill. So that won't be a huge cash in, but that's still nice to have if you're the Draven.
He almost got out victory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So close.
It's so sad when you that was a blast cone, but when you flash away, dash away, and you just see that last auto attack following you in the air.
And I'm unsure how I haven't noticed this because we've been watching this game for 20 minutes, but Fan actually is going like normal, like ADC Sivir, not lethality.
And I wonder if that was influenced by the fact that you've got 2 super tanks on the other side, along with a Lulu. And so you feel like maybe you need to go Kraken Slayer and eventually Lord Dominic's, just because is lethality Sivir ever really going to be able to put a dent in Sion or Amumu?
Well, I guess we'll never get to know now because we don't get to see it.
Wishbone,
I'd like to say, yeah.
pushing for free in the bot lane.
What's that item called? Sereldia's Grudge?
Oh, there's a nice hook onto a Maya-chan. There's the wild growth, but it's not enough. Idolites goes back in, tries to save his teammate. Nice ultimate, but it's just not going to be enough. They don't have enough members. Ravane taken really well. Will go down. It's 3 kills quickly, and now they're burning through Zami as well. Flashes, but it's for naught. 4 for 0 in the mid lane. Wishbone is going to get that bot lane turret, but that's all that will happen. And they're pinging Baron. They're relatively low, but with 5 members, I think they will get it. And this could be a game-changing moment.
Yeah, we talked about that kind of earlier on the other side of the team. Like, just let Pointy die. That was kind of the same thing, but on the other side. Lulu got hooked. I think maybe you just kind of pay your respects quietly to a Maya-chan. And I don't know if, like, engaging right there as a Mumu was the right call when you were down in people.
Yeah. It was, you land a 4-man Curse of the Sad Mummy, but it's only Ravane who is there to do anything afterward. It's you're never going to win that fight, unfortunately.
Definitely. But a lot of camaraderie from that team, right?
Sure, yeah.
So willing to die for each other.
And we saw that from CB Hickey earlier too, trying to save Pointy. So, I'm sorry. Actually, you pointed that out like a minute ago.
Yeah.
You were all over that earlier. So, yeah, good call there.
Love that for both teams. They have so much, love and respect for each other.
So, this is such an interesting game state because you got a 3,500 gold lead on the side of Northern Storm. Obviously, the Baron buff as well, probably feeling really good. But you got 3 Drakes to 0 for White Wolf. And so both sides have such clear win conditions that it makes this game, even though the gold lead seems substantial, it makes this game sort of on a knife's edge, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm. And it's Earth Drake, too. Like, super good for a Mumu and, the whole team, but especially a Mumu and Sion.
Yeah.
Right?
Trying to burn through super tanks, and then they get some extra tankiness.
Good flash by Wishbone.
Yeah, nice attempt by Token, but nice reaction from Wishbone. Looks like the scare it put will at least garner them that turret. Pointy's hanging around in the bot side. They do have a wave there, and Pointy's close enough to buff up those minions. So
I still feel like we really haven't seen what White Wolf's team wants to do, right? We haven't really seen like a big gross Scion into a Mumu into.
they hook onto Zammy. I'm not sure if they have the damage to burst the Scion out. They do. Yep. Okay. I was very wrong. That wasn't even really close. They do take down Zammy pretty quickly. Maybe those plated steel caps would have helped. I don't know.
But yeah, we haven't really seen like, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like if I'm looking at these team comps, like, there's never a reason that White Wolf isn't the trigger pull. You know what I mean?
No, I agree. Yeah, if you're Northern Storm, you're probably feeling pretty good about this game right now. But we're all gangster until you hear a Scion ult and an Amumu ult coming at you, and then what are you gonna do?
while Vel'Koz is ulting you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And then Draven gets to run up with Lulu support to just hit whoever's low. So we'll see what happens when White Wolf decides to actually pull the trigger. Because I agree with you, we haven't really seen the potency or the potential potency of this team composition of White Wolf yet.
Yeah, just a lot of getting and you know, props to Northern Storm playing their comp so well. They really have to respect how much catch that team has, you know, with the Morgana and Blitzcrank.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're just seeing a lot of like people getting caught out of position or by themselves.
Sure.
So.
Yeah, the other thing there is, you know, they caught on to Zammy just, you know, a few minutes ago, and we're able to burst him down. But what happens there if you expend all your cooldowns onto a Scion? It takes a little while to kill him, and then a Mumu catches you from a different angle, and you have nothing left. That, to me, that fight just is one way if you expend all that. Wishbone, though, is very, very far forward. What a great flank by Pointy, but they do jump in. There is that ult combo we were talking about. Amaya-chan is going to get taken down pretty soon by Pointy, but did manage to stall him out just long enough, but there's just not enough damage. Ravane is in the back of the pit, just trying to clean this up, but the shield ball already popped. Oh my gosh, Ravane is cleaning this up, though! A quadra kill for Ravane out of nowhere. He was alone in the pit. The rest of his team was dead, and he just saunters out and axes them all down.
So second quadra kill for Ravane.
Yeah, second quadra. Yeah, I guess pentas count as both pentas and quadras. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. He got a pentakill. My bad.
Yeah, a very long pentakill, but
my brain's still trying to process how he got that pentakill because it was so long afterwards. But yeah, we just talked about that wombo, and look at that. They just the fight was close, but I mean, they layered their CC so well.
Yeah, it was close, but it was also close with White Wolf being down about 6,000 gold going into that fight. So the fact that they won that while down 6k gold is pretty crazy.
And now they have Soul.
Yeah, and as you were talking about earlier, that's a big deal with these two super tanks that are going to come online shortly here. Thornmail completed for Zammy, which is really going to mitigate both the Lucian and the Sivir.
I think this next Baron fight in a minute is going to be really important, and I think whoever gets this is going to win.
I like that Lord Doms was prioritized by Pointy. It hasn't been completed by WD Fan yet. I hope that that's coming soon for this Sivir because it seems necessary.
Yeah, absolutely. What do you go third? Is that Phantom Dancer? Yeah.
Yeah. Couple of grievous wounds already completed by the side of Northern Storm. Excuse me, not just a couple, 3. And all misses from Token. So that.
So then, like right there, they missed their catches.
Oh, Righteous Glory popped actually.
Go in.
White Wolf is really looking for something. Hickey able to get away for now, but we'll see what happens next. Bell Shield will keep Hickey safe, and now they dash in. They've caught Idle Lights out and has to flash away, and the Wild Growth after, which is a little unfortunate because Idle Lights had already escaped danger with that flash. But, you know, you'll keep your jungler alive. It's obviously very, very important with that Baron alive. Everybody's so close to it. Nice poke from Wishbone. Another nice black shield. And Idle Lights gets bound up again. Idle Lights has not been able to move very much in the last few seconds. But I think if you're White Wolf, you're fine with this war of attrition right now.
Yeah, but also like earlier in that kind of bush, like when you saw the Blitz hook miss and the Morgana Q miss, like go in, like that's their team, that's their everything, that their catch. You know what I mean? Like you have Scion, like just like run.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they did. Yeah, they did pop the. Excuse me, it wasn't the Righteous Glory, it was the Shirelias. But yeah, I was wondering if maybe we should have seen a Scion ultimate, just a full-on commitment.
Mm-hmm.
A little bit of poke coming out from Pointy there, just scraping across him with the culling. Mixlink is down to about 40% health, so that could be impactful. Yeah, Wishbone getting some nice poke in. There's a pull, it's onto Zammy. Can you burst down this Scion? Great layering of the CC. The double Kraken Slayer is really burning through that Scion, but what can Zombie Scion get done now? Mixlink just has to run away. They do get the kill on Scion, but they're a little worse for wear, as everybody is pretty low. Pointy's just going to have to try to hold this turret by himself. Teleport coming back in from CB Hickey. But I'm not sure if they have the wave clear to defend this. Looks like White Wolf doesn't want to fully commit, so we'll hold on to this mid lane outer turret for now.
You see, Northern Storm's pinging Baron right now.
Oh, Maya-chan's got to be careful here. And Ravane. Oh, the hook just barely misses. Couple pixels away. But Ravane able to escape, but now they will immediately start up this Baron, and yeah, great call, because I'm sure they saw Idolites being the one who was sent down to clear that wave in the bot lane. CB Hickey jumps in, doesn't catch anyone though, and Pointy gets picked off by Ravane very early in that fight. Maya-chan is also gone, which means there's a lot less safety for Ravane in the future, but Zammy takes out Mixlink, and that's dangerous. Jungler down, Pointy down, and Scion just gets to run interference unimpeded on these three members who I don't think can really bother him by themselves.
Yeah, he's just a monster. And his ult's coming up too, like right now. It just came up.
Yeah, so this should be Baron going over pretty easily to White Wolf. And that 6k gold lead we saw a little while ago, it's down to 1.5.
Oh no.
They do hook Zammy under the turret, and he is taunted up, so maybe he's chased a little bit too far. He will go down, and I don't think Zombie Form will be able to get anything back.
Punching the minions.
Yeah, that was... I was a little... I think Zammy overreached a little bit there. The Baron was already dead. I don't think you still needed to be chasing him up towards their turret.
And really disrespecting like Crank is. You know what I mean? Like as a character.
Sure. Elder Drake is going to be coming up shortly. And that's obvious, in my opinion at least, that's something that Northern Storm cannot afford to give up.
Right. Then I think they just roll over at that point.
Recall coming in from Idolites. Zammy is still respawning, so it makes sense. Another Thornmail coming in. So these two super tanks are living up to their name. Actually, a Blasting Wand. Blasting Wand. I'm British, I guess. Blasting Wand purchased by Idolites. So Mumu looking to get a little bit of AP going here. But that does mean that Northern Storm has gotten to set up around this Elder Drake, but I don't think they have enough to really burst it quickly. I don't think that they can feel safe enough to really go for it. And so while they do have control over the space, there is another Shirelli as they jump in. CB Hickey's just trying to hold the line. He's basically the only frontliner, but he's not durable enough. Mixlink taken really, really low. Ravane flashes after the Morgana, destroys him. Pointy goes down as well. A big knockup coming out from the Scion. Zammy is so tanky. He's not dying. He cannot be killed. Triple kill Ravane. It's gonna be Elder. It's an ace, and it might just be the series off that fight.
I don't even... This game has been so back and forth. Like the leads and things that people were ahead and behind, and like just to watch it kind of swap back and forth has been really cool. You never down, you know, until the big lady sings, whatever the quote is. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like this was a game that was set up where as long as White Wolf could keep it close, could keep Northern Storm from getting out of control, just with their team composition, with the durability, the variety of their team composition. Wow, Zammy is just
Is this game?
Wow. Okay, he does go down. Civerdall pop, but WFan is just getting killed by Zombie Scion. Can't do anything. Pony goes down as well. Wishbone firing artillery. Yeah, the Elder buff is coming in. We're hearing that dragon. And yeah, that will be a game. So nice job by White Wolf. They were down in gold, but as I was saying before things popped off there again, I felt like as long as they kept the game in control, they were going to be fine. And they come out better than fine, some would say.
Incredibly well played by both teams, and hype casting, guys. I can say that this is just proof that people should play out the games. No one really expected White Wolf to walk away with that victory. So great job to White Wolf, and great job to Northern Storm. You can see that once they shake off some of that Week 1 rust, they'll be able to be star performers just like the rest of the league. Is there any stats you guys want to go over?
The first thing that jumps out at me is that Zammy on Tank Scion had the most damage on his team. And the third most damage in the game, which I think is pretty awesome.
No. I mean, I just think that was a really well played game by both teams. Great vision score from Amaya again.
Again, yeah.
Yeah. No, that was a really, really good back and forth. And I feel like Zammy's like really slept on, and he like really. I mean, everyone played that game well, but Zammy was definitely the MVP of that game.
I would agree.
And it was good to see them kind of feel more comfortable as the game went on, pulling the trigger. So.
Well, we do want to get an interview, folks. Just stay with us 1 second while we grab somebody. And everyone in White Wolf appears to have just left their chat room immediately. So congratulations to White Wolf Gaming on their stellar victory. Thank you to everyone that watched. I think looking at the results of the night, and I think you two gentlemen can agree with me, we are going to have an incredible cup. We really... we saw some decisive matches tonight, and we saw some matches that people really didn't expect the outcomes that were given to be given. On behalf of the cast and crew, thank you for listening. From our production team that put all these art assets together, thank you so much for your hard work. For our community members and our players, thank you for your time. And for those that are donating and giving to Team Feed, I want to thank you on a personal level. You've really when no one's getting paid, seeing us being able to do some good in the world really writes some emotional checks at least. I have been your digital Lord and Savior, Sigtal Lord, and I want to thank you for an incredible week 1, and we look forward to seeing you this upcoming week. Our podcast will be out on Wednesday, GCF on Tuesday, and who knows what other shenanigans we're going to have. Have a great night, and take care.